it's a nice, clear, cool day here in early March, and take advantage of it and do some work on the 73 Holiday Rambler. I just got through fixing some plumbing leaks. I had 3 leaks, I think where it wasn't winterized properly, so I just recently got those repaired. And the next thing I want to do is check out the water heater. I believe it does not have the original water heater. I think it's a newer one. At least it looks that way, just looking at the outside of it. So I want to test that out. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to get all of the gas lines hooked up. And so what I've done in the last few minutes here is I capped off some gas lines. Someone had put a heater to replace the furnace. They just put a heater on the wall up here, so I had to take all those gas lines out and cap those off. Also, since I don't have a gas refrigerator anymore, just an electric refrigerator, this line right here was just coming out of that iron pipe. There was a copper pipe that came out and it was just bent over and mashed a couple of times, so I took all that off and put that cap on right there, so I won't need that. And so I'm gonna, when I get the gas bottles filled and attached, I'll need to hook it up right here, and then I'll be able to test out the water heater. But before I do that, I'm gonna sand and paint this tongue, and then I can, paint the LP tanks and get those put on. So it's kind of putting a puzzle together. One thing leads to another, and you have to do something before you do something else. And as I was sanding on here, not really sanding, I was using this angle grinder with a wire brush, which is what I would recommend. I found the numbers on the tongue here. This one says R296, and I believe that's the number that I thought that this was, a model 296. So I think that stands for Rambler 296 as opposed to a Traveler, something like that. And then here, this says 9-72, so I'm assuming that's the manufacture date, probably September 1972, because it's a 73 model. And then here is the serial number, starts with an S. And there's a really faint 6696 right there. Not sure what that is. It's really faint. But anyway, that's what I'm working on now. I first got this and put it on my angle grinder. I actually did this half of the tongue several months ago, and I used one of these. It worked well, but it used it up. By the time I got through with this one side, this was all used up. So I thought I would try this wire brush on the angle grinder, and so far it looks like it's working pretty well. Always make sure you wear eye protection, probably a mask over your nose and mouth as well. I like the full face mask for my eyes, even though I have on glasses. I'd rather cover my whole face, so that's what I do. So I want to get this tongue sanded off and painted, and then I will be able to mount the tanks and connect up the gas, and then finally be able to test out that water heater. So I got the tongue painted white, and I think it turned out pretty good. I did most of it with the wire brush on the angle grinder, and that took the paint, the old paint and rust off, without digging into the metal too much. The other abrasive wheel that I had was it worked really well. I think it probably would have taken a little more metal off, which is okay, I guess, if you want to get down to the metal pretty quickly, but it used up the wheel pretty quickly. So